I spent 25 years in the kitchen, making everyone else's lives better with food, and somewhere along the line I sort of forgot that I wasn't living my life and doing the things that I enjoyed. I was like, I need to do more with my life. This can't be it. I needed to call my own shots. And if you're watching this, I guess you want to do the same. 25 years I've spent being a chef. Like, my goal was from 16, and my journey was become a head chef as soon as I could, before the age of 30. And I done it before I was 27 when I become my first head chef job. And from then, different kitchens, different places across the UK, same grind. Fed thousands of people, trained lots of chefs, got taught by some of the best chefs. I think the turning point, working for different bosses, just treated you like numbers and didn't want to keep changing jobs to end up in the same job. Like, you find a new job, but it's the same job in a different kitchen. And the pay was just enough to keep you going. Each job was maybe a tiny bit more, but then, you sort of realise, like, it's not going to go any more than it is now. And I just felt like I needed to do something. And I always wanted my own, like, I want to work for myself and call, like I said before, like, call your own shots and stuff. And working for other people, you're just not going to do that. This has been a sort of a slow change. Sort of probably noticed this when I was about 30. Funny enough, I'm 40 now, so it's taken me 10 years to get to this point. But I didn't start YouTube until probably 2 years ago ish, but then that's been on and off. But I started dabbling into other hobbies. I was trying to start getting into photography and videography because I found a fascination with it, and I was going to be a photographer, and maybe I can incorporate it into a hospitality world. And then something always, I don't know, something was just telling me it's not the right path, you're not on the right path. And then you sort of slowly go, you sort of do it as a hobby. You don't have enough confidence to do it as a professional. You need practice, but you don't have time because you've got family, you've got kids. Chefing jobs take up lots of time in a week, and time you finish the week, you're knackered. And that was my pinnacle moment. I was like, what can I work on in the background alongside my job? And then sort of YouTube come along, and I started going deep into that, looking at research, looking at different videos and all sorts of different stuff. And I got excited again, and then, like I used to when I was a youngster, like that drive of going 16 to 27 to be a head chef. But and not a lot of things has given me that sort of same excitement to follow, and usually by now I'd quit. But I just can't put YouTube down for some reason. And, I go back to the drawing board. Right, this ain't working. Cooking videos. Don't want to do cooking videos. Start doing tech videos, like solely tech reviews. But I was like, this ain't me. This ain't sort of, I love tech, don't get me wrong. And, we'll talk about that a little bit in a bit. But, and basically that's where I sort of, backwards and forwards over the last couple of years, maybe trying different things. There's not many videos on my channel at the minute, but I deleted quite a few because they were just old cooking videos. But starting YouTube is about the freedom of having time to yourself. Obviously, you're going to have to earn money, so you're going to have to talk about earning money. And obviously, everyone wants to earn money, so it's not a taboo subject or something not to talk about. And you can earn more money on YouTube. Same with better jobs. You can earn more money with better jobs. But the hospitality world, there's limits, and there's limits to what I enjoy, and I'd rather be happy in doing something than being miserable in something I'm not, but I've got lots of money. And that's why I started building something on YouTube. Well, at the minute, I'm trying to build something on YouTube, something of my own, and I've just gone through, I think I've got to that point where now is like, I know how to make videos. I just need to do enough of them and do more of them. because before it was a bit slow. It was one every 2 weeks, one a month. Then you get disheartened because that one didn't work, and then you're like, "Oh, am I on the right track?" You just keep going up and down like a yo-yo, trying to figure out how to do all this. Trying to pick this niche, this ways of doing YouTube, basically. And it's just sort of come, and I'm now 40, like I said, and it's sort of, I want to get back into stuff what I used to enjoy and document it on here. I help people with like tech issues. If everyone wants to set up their phone, I help them set up their phone. Different things to turn on, turn off. I enjoy all of that. I enjoy helping people. And the same with food. I still have a love for food. I just don't want to do it every single day. That's the only thing I do. So I'll be talking about how, what tech gets me excited. What tech is good, what tech's bad, what's overrated maybe. And then we'll talk about that over, maybe cooking some noodles, or the latest dish, what I want to try, or something like that, what I'm cooking for my family. And we'll just have conversations. And, it'll be a different subject each week. Be sort of going through maybe a cooking video and a conversation, a tech conversation. It won't be like a tech review. It's not like, oh, this iPhone has the latest A20 chip or whatever. It'll just like how I use my iPhone in my day-to-day, and is it good or not? Is the Pro worth getting, etc., etc. Sort of get the point. And I want to talk about music, latest music that is what I'm listening to, like going over nostalgic films. I started going on this like 2000 or 1990, 2000 sort of film watch, and then we just talk about it, and a bit of like a vlog. Latest single, latest film I watched. This is a new bit of tech I got. That might not be all in the same week. Break it down a little bit. But it's me, and basically sort of a guy talking to his social media friends, I suppose, and we talk, go back and forth. So if I watch a film, then you can give me a recommendation on a film what I should watch, that type of stuff, and that's more me, instead of me just trying to force myself into this teaching chef or whatever, which I don't really want to be. I don't want to be a tech guru, or because I can't buy every piece of tech, so it sort of defeats the object unless you can get tech sent to you. But that's a whole different thing. But on the back of this, you might get the odd bit of tech sent to you or whatever. But I mean, this has to work and me make better videos, so we'll see how that goes. And sort of health, and it's a resurrection. Like, this channel is sort of the resurrection of the 40-year-old millennial, getting back to nostalgic with stuff that you used to like, stuff that you forgot about being a kid. You get suckered into the real world of adulthood and having a job, and that you should do that for the rest of your life for God knows how long. And I just want to do something fun. We talk about films we used to watch, even new films, whatever. Listen to the latest music. Gone into this little health mode, but that's been going on for a few years now, because it's sort of as you get older, you get a bit more wiser, and you should stop all the so-called fun stuff when you're younger. But I mean, this is going to be a hard road. It won't be pretty, but I need to do it for my own sanity, because I feel like it's a bit of a brain dump, a journal, but with you guys helping me sort of figure out how to be better, and hopefully I can inspire some of you guys to take a plunge into something like YouTube, or something different. But obviously my thing is YouTube, and anyone can do it, and I think it's just an exciting time to be on social media. Don't get me wrong, it takes a lot of time and effort to do it, but I think if you put enough time and effort into it, I think it could pay off. But if that makes any sense and sounds a little bit exciting, let me know. And like, subscribe, and leave a guitar emoji at the end to see who made it to the end of the video. Fingers crossed. Let me know what you think, and I'll see you in the next one. See you next week.